That's why
Yeah, well,
they want to put that guitar down. Make a noise.
just kind of delaying the inevitable.
I mean,
Is
I
it
gotta
not
say
weird
no.
how intertwined our economy is with China? Like, it's
Yeah.
really hard to tell who's stronger because we're both way codependent on each other.
Yeah, and it's really funny because both of us are trying to take down each other with
It's so
tariffs
fucked, and we're just
with tariffs and
completely
censorship.
codependent on each other at this point.
Yeah,
Because we invent the stuff and they make it for cheap over and over.
yeah,
Like, it's just stupid.
and they're getting more dominance in terms of stateside like development and corruption and stuff like that, but we're also gaining more dominance in terms of the fact that other countries are now industrializing and able to make their goods for
Yeah,
cheaper than China
A
can
lot
make
of
them.
the world has been going west
Yeah,
since
China-
we existed, which is big time.
China's kind of running into, like, they could very well run into, like, a middle income issue.
Oh, it's happening.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It is
I'm cautious
happening.
about my statements, or maybe I'm just a couple years behind, but the middle income issue with China is definitely something.
What's that?
It's like, so it's where your population gets rich enough that you can't just enslave them to make cell phones for us.
Yep.
But they're not rich enough to make the cell phones.
So
this
This
is
is-
that's, it leads
Is
to
that
creative
happening to
economic
them, you think?
stagnation.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no Chinese stock market. Okay?
Right.
There's no
That's
Chinese
rough.
cryptocurrency. There's no Chinese big tech companies to
There's
go
also-
work for in Silicon Valley. Okay?
They've also
The on-
never
they're
writ-
only-
they've never written one good song.
Well, we don't speak their language.
I don't whatever. That's a fact.
But the interesting thing is that the only investment that the middle class has and the lower class has is real estate. Okay? Real estate has never, ever in China's history gone down since the reign of Mao Zedong. Okay? Not once has it gone down. It just now went down 40% in a year. Just now. So it's really interesting that you say
the
that.
population's like tanking. That's why, you know. If I just had to throw out a reason, I would say their population's decreasing very, very heavily and hasn't
It's-
for a couple of decades.
It's
And
the fact that the government's controlling everything, and their biggest lender just went bankrupt. Evergrande. I don't know if you heard about
Oh
that.
yeah, and the Chinese real estate, the government's been just artificially propping up for a while now, haven't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
You
it
guys know
just
about Beijing?
yeah.
Dude, they
We can't-
literally we
Yeah.
can't.
You can't talk about Beijing.
It is a
Those
conspiracy
beliefs
to say.
It's not. It's real.
Some
no,
it
no, 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 shut up.
might
It is a
come to
conspiracy.
think-
It's yeah. Some might come to think, due to misinformation, that they locked down an entire city and started just mass slaughtering people and dogs. That would be misinformation to say that, which is bananas. That is definitely not happening.
I mean,
Like, what the fuck's going on in this world?
hey, we love you, CCP, Chinese Communist Party. We love you we love you. Please buy our products that we decide to make and don't kill us. But yeah, the don't Mike, really close.
Yeah.
The thing is, there, not only is it happening, there's no way for like a Chinese citizen to make money while not agreeing with the CCP. First off, even
Yeah,
if they
social
move to,
credit's a really scary thing.
it hasn't been implemented yet.
What,
But
in
it-
China?
no.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean?
On a small scale it has, but
yeah, it's just
large
on the cities on the coast and stuff.
where all of the business is.
Yeah.
But it's a tester program basically, and it isn't really into effect yet. How it will be, but
Dude,
in like
it's-
25,
It's really rough.
I know.
Hey, you know what might help with that if they're implementing it in the important coastal cities, like okay, so China's always had important coastal cities, but at the same time they've always been a very like land trade oriented society, and a lot of their military actions suggest that they want to return to that concept of having over trade over land.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do that, they might kind of screw themselves because they might give a lot more power to the more rural, less communist part.
Yeah, the farmers.
parts of China.
The Indian part of China and the
you could say the Tibetans, but you could also say like more like the Mongolic part of China or whatever else,
Yeah.
and they're like the Communist Party. I don't think reaches out that far. It doesn't have that
Oh.
same strength as it has in the cities.
not the same strength,
Yeah,
but
that's important. I know they still have
very
the strength to take
similar
down-
strength.
Yeah.
Any revolution that happens, they have the support of all of the cities in the entire country on lock. due to propaganda, one, and threat of death of any government or public official, of any public or private company that's big, threat of death of family, or just like shutting down and like making sure that the business doesn't do well. I mean, you saw what happened to Alibaba, right? The China's biggest company by far. Their leader went missing for 3 months. The CEO of Alibaba, Jack Ma, went missing for 3 months because he said one bad thing to an American publication.
He went missing?
For 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
The owner of a publicly traded American or Chinese company and the single biggest company in all of China went missing for 3 months.
Just because he said something bad about the government?
I will say historically those kind of societies have never survived.
Yeah,
And
I will say
they're slowly dying. China is slowly dying.
I know there's a lot of reasons that those slowly die, but I will say it's going to be interesting to see how that sort of mentality plays out with the capacity to have cameras everywhere, which is a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that it wasn't legal to criticize the King of France either. You know.
Trying to think of another song. Caged Elephants, Cigarette Daydreams.
Oh shit.
This one's on batteries.
That would